Hello there. My name is Mike, amateur extra call sign K8MRD. Welcome to K8MRD Radio Stuff. This one's for all the newcomers to amateur radio. I want to show you a radio that I got started with, a radio that I believe in, a radio that is capable of getting you on the air without taking all of your money. This is how I got started into amateur radio, and this is how a lot of people get started in amateur radio. It's the UV-5R radio. Now, this one comes from a brand called Tidradio, available on Amazon. And the reason I'm showcasing this one specifically is because it comes in a package with literally everything you need to get started in amateur radio for $37.99. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can pick one of these up on Amazon. Now, usually a Baofeng UV-5R will sell for generally around $25 to $30. They're not expensive. So you have a very low cost to get started up versus some of the more expensive ones. The most expensive radio on the market that's currently being produced right now is $650. So they can get up there, very, very expensive. So $25 on the low end, $650 on the high end. But what do you get with this Tidradio package for $37.99? You get the radio, you get the antenna, you get an extended antenna, you get an extra battery, you get all kinds of stuff that when I got started, I had to buy all separately. I started with the UV-5R, it was 25 bucks, then I spent about another $20 on an antenna, then you're gonna want a programming cable, that's another $20. Extra batteries, those are usually another $15, $20 each. This has all of that stuff in it in one box, this box right here, all of it for $37.99. I was not even sent this radio to review. I was sent this radio to use with another product to review by Tidradio, but I was just so impressed that you get the radio and all those other things, I just had to make a video. So I just wanted to share this. Anyone that's new to ham radio, do not listen to the haters. There's lots of them who will poo-poo on the UV-5R. These are great for, even if you're not new to amateur radio, they're so cheap, buy a bunch of them. If you lose them, who cares? I bring these with me a lot just because I don't care about them. They're $25. If something happens to them, I'm not worried. Where my Yaesu VX7R, that retailed in 2002 when it was new for $369. That's probably about $500 in today money. Yeah, I'd be kind of upset if I lost that one. Yeah, I'd still be upset if I lost this one, but I'd get over it pretty easily. So, guys, let's take a look inside the box, see what we get. I'll kind of show you around the radio, and we'll take it from there. So stay tuned. And now let's dive in and see what we get. Just to clarify, this is the Tidradio TD UV-5R, available on Amazon. Affiliate link in the description. Let's dive in. So first off, we're presented with our user manual, and this is actually written in fairly good English. And this is enough to kind of get your feet wet. There are plenty of how to program Baofeng UV-5R radios on the internet. But this will get you started and get you familiar with all of the buttons and functions on the radio. Here we have a link to a programming software that you can use. We're going to skip this because you can actually program this with a program called Chirp or something else that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. This is the programming cable itself. When I had to buy mine, I spent, I think, about $20 for it. So there's more than half the cost of what you're getting in this box just in this cable. Another thing that's great for on the go, this is a cigarette lighter adapter that's going to plug in to your charging port, which this is the charging port. So the radio just docks in here, and it's there's a wall outlet, this guy here, that you can plug into your wall and just have this sitting on your desk or wherever. But if you're on the go, take this in your car, plug this into the 12 volt of your car, plug that in, and now you can charge your radio on the go. So really like that. These are not standard items when you purchase a regular UV-5R. Here we have the radio itself, and this is shipped with a battery on it already. This is an 1800 milliamp hour battery, stock UV-5R battery. Here is your belt clip that's going to screw in right here. So if you want to clip this onto your belt, you've got that. This is the stock antenna for the UV-5Rs. These are not good. It's pretty much common knowledge that any antenna that comes with a radio stock is not very good at all. They kind of just make them to I don't know, to look good, maybe. I would not recommend using this antenna, but this does ship with another one that we're going to get to in a second. Here is a hand microphone. A nice useful feature if you want to keep maybe the radio, say on a backpack or on your hip with the belt clip. This will extend, and now you have a speaker mic that you can use to talk in that also has a clip that swivels. These usually go for anywhere from about 10 to 20 bucks online as well, so great value with that. Here we have another battery, a second battery. Now the battery life on the UV-5R on standby, usually a few days. They're actually really good with battery. Now if you start transmitting, depending on how much power you're transmitting, your battery life will go down considerably, or can. So having an extra battery is very nice. If this starts going low, you just pull that out, swap the new one. And the great thing is this charger, you can put the battery in here and charge without having the radio. So this can be charging your spare one while you're talking with your radio. So a nice feature with that. We're also going to get this kind of cool tactical kind of FBI earpiece. So this goes in your ear, you know, like you see all the FBI Secret Service guys. And then this here is your push to talk, or PTT as we call it. And this also has the microphone. So that's a nice little bit of kit there. You can be a little more stealth in your radio. And then it comes with a wrist strap as well. I never use these, but basically these go, there's a little metal clip on here that these slide into, and you just kind of loop it around. And underneath this is another antenna. Now this appears to be kind of a clone of another antenna from a company called Nagoya, the NA771. And now you can see the difference in these antennas, the stock antenna versus this antenna. This, you're going to get a lot more gain, a lot more signal getting out. It's going to get you farther. A nice upgrade. These antennas usually sell for about $20 alone. To come in this package, all of this stuff in the package for $37.99. Look at all this stuff you get. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. There's too much stuff here. For $38, it's ridiculous. Now, as far as programming, I will highly suggest you do it from a computer or this BL1 dongle from Tidradio. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. Yes, you can program these from the front panel. Not the easiest thing in the world. But here's the programming cable that you're simply going to plug into your USB. I recommend the Chirp software by Dan Planet. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And basically, this is just going to plug in to the radio. You plug the USB into your computer, and the Chirp software is basically like a spreadsheet where you're going to type in your frequencies that you want. So for simplex frequencies, you're just going to have one frequency, but with repeaters, we use two frequencies. There's an offset. So you're going to have a transmit frequency and a receive frequency. There's privacy tones, or PL tones, that we use, which is actually a CTCSS, continuous tone coded squelch system is what it stands for. And that sends out a tone to the repeater to let the repeater know to open up and retransmit the signal. You can set wide and narrow, you can set the power, you can program the names of the channels or have them show as the frequency. The Chirp software is very, very easy to use, and so is this dongle that I really love. Now I'll have a review of this that I'll put a link for right here. I'm not going to go too much, I just want to show you really quickly. We're just going to open our OD Master app, and I'm just going to program this really quick. I've already copied this from another UV-5R radio that I have. So the first thing we have to do is connect it via Bluetooth, which is very, very simple. Go back, select our model, UV-5R. Now I've already read this from another radio, so we're just cloning another radio's program onto this. We can go to RxTX list. Here I've saved one called UV-5R. So now all of my radios can be programmed with all of the same frequencies. I'm going to hit write. See, everything's blinking. That is writing the code plug, we'll call it, to this radio. So this is going to be an exact clone of another UV-5R that I have. And it's going to reboot, and we're done. Now let's take a listen to the audio of the Tidradio UV-5R.
This is Kilo 8 Mike Romeo Delta testing the audio of the Tidradio UV-5R.
12345 52341. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Check two, sibilance, sibilance. And now we'll take a listen to how the Tidradio UV-5R sounds into a Yaesu VX7R radio. Call it a $400 radio. This is Kilo 8 Mike Romeo Delta testing the audio of the UV-5R. 12345 54321. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Check two, sibilance, sibilance. K8MRD. So there we have it, gang. I know we didn't cover everything in this radio. The video would be way too long, but I just wanted to show this to you to make you aware that this is a good buying decision. I fully support UV-5Rs. I love them. Are they the greatest radios in the world? Absolutely not. But they get you on the air. They do what you need and they get you started to see if you even have interest in the hobby before you go spend $400, $500, $600 on a top of the line, high-end Japanese manufactured radio. Great entry level radio. I cannot stress it enough how much I love these things. So again, thanks so much. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I try and answer as many as I can, and even if I can't get to it, a lot of times someone else will answer. So never be afraid to reach out. There's so much great positivity in the amateur radio world, and I hope to welcome you to it. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like it, and share it with all your friends. And until next time, I'll see you again on another episode of K8MRD Radio Stuff. 73, guys.